Afternoon. Welcome and happy Sunday. If you are joining, when you come on, say hello. Let me get to some comments here. You're gonna see my little icon today because it is a no makeup day, y'all. It's a no makeup day and I am tired. I am tired. I'm so tired. So when you come in, say hello. I want to welcome you to Barbara's Stamp Pad on a sunny Sunday afternoon from San Antonio, Texas. Say that 5 times, right? Good morning or good afternoon, Beverly. Beverly is watching us from YouTube. So welcome. Yes, today we're going to get straight to the point. And I will just talk about announcements and things along the way. Let me go get one flyer really quick. An updated retreat flyer because I had a couple of people at my open crop yesterday, and we had a great time, by the way. One of them was getting her game plan together for some punch art, and the other one was working on some stamping, and gave me the idea to go ahead and publish some information about the day retreat. So this is in regards to my fall retreat that I'm having in November. So if you're not able to attend, you can always attend just for the day and have it be a day retreat. And I will list, if it's not already updated in the events section, I will update it after the video. But there's an updated flyer that has day retreat costs on there. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out real quick. Hello, Melinda from Florida. Hello, Pat. Thank you for sharing. All right, so it is a no makeup day. I am tired. I have three bottle babies that I am taking care of right now at one time. One is slightly advanced than the other, so she started eating regular like wet food. And let me show you the babies here. So this is Lucky Lady. For those of you that follow me on my foster kittens page, I posted a video late last night, and she is in the stage where she realizes she has little spurts of energy. So I had her on the sofa and she was wanting to do zoomies. It was so cute. But that's Lucky Lady. That's the baby that I have. She's by herself right now. Um, because when you have new babies, you have to quarantine them for a couple of weeks. And she's got a small spot on her paw where I'm treating her for, it looks like ringworm. So anyway, she has to be separate from the other babies so she doesn't give the other ones ringworm. And then I think these are two boys. They look like they're both boys, but sometimes when they're so small, you can't tell. But I think they're brothers. And you've got this little fella right here. I was able to get a couple of pictures while I was feeding them last night. And then the other one is more like white. And you can't see it from this angle, but this little baby has like 3 black spots on his body part. And so he looks like a Dalmatian. He looks like a little Dalmatian. So I don't have names for them yet because I want to make sure that I give them a name that kind of fits their personalities and so forth. But definitely I'm working with these 3 babies right now, and it's taking all of my energy and resources to take care of them every 3 to 4 hours. And so, yeah, we're just not doing makeup today. I did good to get up and brush my teeth and wash my face and pull my hair back, you guys. Um, Hello, Denise. Hadn't seen you in a while. Yes, they are so cute. They are so cute. Hello, Stella. All right, so let me get him off. We are going to get started on what we need to do, but I'm going to get some drawings out of the way. So if you're coming on in, come on in. Let me share my screen so I can get to, oh, wrong one. I always hit the wrong button. I want to share my screen, share screen. We want the wheel. We got to catch up on some drawings. And let me log in to make sure I got all my wheels ready. I got 3 drawings I need to get out of the way, you guys. And the first one we're going to do is the August 20th video. And I think, yeah, this is the one that has a lot. Okay, so if y'all remember the August 20 video and the August 23rd video, those are the videos that Facebook removed. Let me do some shuffling while I'm talking. As you can see, there's a lot of names on here. I did my best between Facebook and YouTube, likes, comments, whatnot, to pull the names from the 820 video. I had to go back and watch the whole video and see if I highlighted names of comments and people, sharing, so I could make sure I got the most names that I could. But that video I also boosted with Facebook. So what that meant is I paid to boost the video. And so a lot more people liked the video and the post that I made. And so that's why you see 154 names on this, in addition to like the regular people that watch me every single week consistently. So I think that's enough shuffling. What we're giving away, I don't even know what the 820 video was. What was the 820 video? I think it was it was the cards, the second half of the month cards. The second August the 16th through the 31st class kit in the mail. It was the cards that I demonstrated. So that's what we're going to be giving away. And let me go ahead and spin. It is spinning. Maybe the sound will come on here at the end. It was kind of weird. Louise Hilger, writing this down. So Louise is a new winner. Louise, if you are watching the replay or if you are live, I will try to reach out to you through Facebook Messenger to get your mailing address so I can send your prizes to you. So congratulations. All right, now let's go to the next wheel. Get my wheels. Let's go to last Sunday's video. And let me do some shuffling. Y'all know last Sunday I cased the catalog, did a couple of cards from the catalog, and using the Winter Meadow Suite. And once I get my camera pointed down, I will show the prizes again. So thank you to everybody that watched, liked, commented, whether you were watching or commented from Facebook or YouTube. And let's spin for that. That's weird. That's a weird sound. Get ready to write the winner down for that one. Congratulations, Heike. Okay, now I will tell you that on this program, I am only able to have 3 wheels at a time. Let me do some shuffling. I'm only able to have 3 wheels at a time. And so the only drawing that is not on here is the last scrapbook video that I did, which was going to be the 23rd of August. I need to do that one, but I can't do it on this one because it only allows me 3 wheels. So I do owe someone a prize for that. And I have actually the prize right here in front of, I pulled it, but realized I didn't have a wheel for it. But in the month of August, if you shared any of my videos, whether it was a Sunday video, a scrapbook video, or any extra videos, I'm doing a lot of shuffling, guys. Your name is on here. And obviously, if you shared more than one video, your name's on here multiple times. So if you remember, the prize was a copy of the Circle Sayings stamp set. And that was the featured stamp set bundle. You're getting just the stamp set, but I featured the bundle in August. And we're going to be giving away a copy of that right now. So let's give that one away. This weird wheel sound. Let me get ready to write this down. So good luck, and thank you to everyone that shared my videos in the month of August. Cindy Dodson. And if you notice, it was the August 16th scrapbook video that she shared that led her to win the prize. So congratulations, Cindy. And thank you again to everybody that shared my videos. So let me catch up on some comments. Thank you, Melinda. Yes, congratulations. Hello, Shannon. Yes, congratulations, everybody. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I had to clear my throat. So let me get my camera to. Oh, I'm on the camera. I just need to I need to start my cam. All right. So that was the class kit that Louise won. It'll have envelopes. This is the cased cards that I did last week. And let me bring this down just a little bit. That Heike won. Of course, there'll be envelopes with those as well. And I do have your mailing address. And of course, Cindy got the Circle Sayings stamp set. So congratulations to all the winners. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We are going to be doing the class kit for the first half of the month of September. And I wanted to use the Stars at Night bundle. So I'm going to start doing some Christmas cards for y'all because we are getting into Christmas card season. Give y'all some ideas, give you some inspiration, get you going. And if y'all have not seen this particular suite of products, let me get my mini catalog. In your mini catalogs, so if you don't have one of these new mini catalogs that you can start buying from this on September the 6th. So in 3 more days, you'll be able to order some new stuff. And if you have your catalog, on pages 14, 15, and 16 and 17, there is a whole suite of products called Oh Holy Night. It's 2 different bundles, some designer series paper, some awesome ribbon. If y'all have not seen this paper, oh my goodness. Let me show y'all this paper. So one part of the paper that we're using, and I'm sorry, I kind of have it all in a little pile over here because I've been using it. I've been working on some projects. This is the Shining Brightly Designer Series paper. There are 6 pieces to this paper. It's 12 by 12. You don't have to worry about the other side because it's white. So you've got one full side to work with. But look at all these different designs. They shimmer, they shine. You've got very vanilla, gold. There's all the different designs that you're working with this paper. And we're going to be using a couple of the designs in these cards. Now, the other paper is the Oh Holy Night paper. And if you have not seen this paper, once again, it's gorgeous. So you've got this desert sort of scene, very deserty, looks very dry. And then you have the back part to that. And then you have this page of, oops, upside down, stars. And the flip side to that is this. And these are in no particular order because I've taken them out and did several things with them. Then you have this full 12 by 12 sheet. Look at that, you guys. That. So while I'm showing you this paper, let me tell you that one of my add-on classes for the retreat is a 12 by 12 home decor that's going to be using this paper, and you're not going to want to miss it. I'm just saying. That add-on class is $45 and does come with $40 in product. And if you can't, like I said, if you can't come to the retreat, you can totally take it to go as well. We got 2 more sheets to show you, or 1 more sheet. This one. Look at that. Look at that. And then the flip side to that is that, and I think that's it. Yeah, there's 6. So it's 12 double side. There's 6 double sided. So you get 12 different designs. But that is the Oh Holy Night designer series paper that we're also going to be working with. And let's put that aside. It also comes with this glittered ribbon that's in Night of Navy. So you got some glitter happening there. And then you have these little trinkets, the adhesive back star trinkets. There's a couple of sizes that are available. And then, of course, there is a hybrid embossing folder. And what it does is, if y'all have not worked with the hybrid before, I'm going to show you how the hybrid works. I've already cut my pieces out, but just as a bonus, I'm going to show you guys. But this is a hybrid embossing folder that embosses and die cuts at the same time. And those are the dies. There's another set of dies in here, like it's this set. So these are all the dies, and then you have an embossing folder. And I have my scrap tape, my little scrap piece to show you when I get to that part, to show you how to do that if you've never seen a hybrid embossing folder work before. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to let's do this card first. Super, super easy. I want to show you how easy it is to make your Christmas cards if you don't already make your Christmas cards. And I got all my pieces right here, ready to go. And let me get my stamp. Stamping it, stamp there. So let's put this to the side. We are working with a Night of Navy base. So we're going to take our bone folder and burnish our edge there a little bit. We're going to go ahead and put a piece of very vanilla on the inside. Now, what I did on the inside of this one, I did stamp on the inside, just a really simple design. The only ink that we're using with this first set of 3 cards is Night of Navy. So we're going to make it super, super easy. If these are photopolymer stamp sets, so you want to make sure you have some kind of a foam mat underneath so you get a good picture, good stamping. So we're going to ink this up with Night of Navy. Just tap, 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 tap. And then right here in the bottom right, we're going to just stamp something really pretty right there on the side. Okay, and I'm going to leave that open and off to the side. And then we're going to put that on the inside, and I'm going to use my seal. I do have my glue out as well. We're going to use seal. on the inside. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp the back, although it might be hard to see on this Night of Navy. But anytime you have a dark card base you want, and you have you want to put a lighter piece, a white or very vanilla piece on the inside, you could use other light colors as well. But you want to do your stamping first before you go and put everything together. So go ahead and do that on the back. Yeah, you can still see it. Put that off to the side so I don't put my finger in it. All right, now let's work on the front. So attached to the event description is the supply list, but the new products will not appear on there until September 6th. Okay, but everything else that I used that's currently available is on the supply list. So we're taking some of this specialty designer paper, the one that specifically has the little stars. And honestly, when I cut the paper, I couldn't tell which way was which. So, but if there is a difference, then you just want to make sure you cut your paper the right direction. But I honestly could not tell. My eyes were crossing as I did that. Now on this piece of Very Vanilla, I'm going to bring that back. We're going to stamp our sentiment on this bottom right-hand corner, and we're going to stamp Merry Christmas. Or if you are reproducing this and you have a different sentiment you want it to say, then you've got that amount of room right there on the side. So we're going to take this, get some adhesive on. Hope y'all are doing fine wherever you're at. Enjoying your Sunday, your holiday weekend. All right, and get that down there, and it's going to slightly overlap. Now keep in mind the class kit, you can earn the class kit absolutely free with your online order of $35 or more using that host code that is scrolling across the bottom of your screen. If your order's $50 or more, you're going to get a package, as long as they're available, you're going to get a package of the trinkets, okay? Right now, we don't foresee anything being not orderable, but you never know. And if that's the case, then there'll be another coordinating accessory that'll be included, and that's with your order of $50 or more. I am using gold or gold foil, and what I did is I used the embossing folder to just do a really cute little emboss. I didn't want it to be just plain, so I embossed it on the part that had the stars, and we're going to put that down. And let me put that down with some glue. Get some glue on there. And we're just going to put that over to where the cardstock and the designer series paper meet. Okay, there we go. One end to the other. Okay, now what I did is for this one, I went ahead and stamped the star. So this star is this image right here. I went ahead and stamped it, and I went ahead and used the hybrid embossing folder to die cut it out and emboss it. Now, I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can bring it up so you can see this. You might not be able to see it, but on the back you can. See how it's embossed? So you can see more of it on the back side, but on the front, you can see it if you could see like the card in person. But I stamped it in Night of Navy and went ahead and die cut that out. So we're going to put that up with, get my big dimensionals. Where'd they go? There we go. I'm going to put this up with a couple of big dimensionals. And then if you have a couple of small scraps of the ribbon, which I do. Actually, I don't have scraps. I have a big piece, but I don't want to cut it up. You can just take a couple of little scraps literally just a couple of small little pieces. And then we're going to be using some glue dots in order to put this behind. So let me get a glue dot on that side. And then we're going to put it right here. So it kind of hangs out the side. And then we're going to do the same thing for the other side. Get a glue dot. Nobody ever sees, will see the back. If you need to adjust it, you can adjust it. I'm going to adjust it a little bit. Get another glue dot. That one already came off. There we go. And of course I covered up the glue dot. So we will just put another one right there. It's sticking to the dimensional. So, all right, now we're going to put this just right here. Really simple to help fill up that little spot. And if you need to trim the ribbon, you can trim it. I'm not sure why it went the other way. I think I put it on wrong. It's going to drive me nuts now, y'all. So let me see if I can fix it. Let's see. Yeah, it needs to be that way. I had the little end going in the wrong direction. Y'all probably thought that looked just fine. All right, there we go. That looks a little bit better to me. If you're worried about this part sticking up, I'm going to suggest the small black dimensionals just so that you don't see the white part of the dimensionals. Like if you put a white dimensional down, you won't see that piece. And let me get it back here. I'm just sticking it on the back end. There you go. And that'll help hold it down. And you can do that to any other spots, but that was the only one that really kind of stood up. And then the last part is we're going to put one of these little trinkets. I'm going to put a big one. We're going to put that in the center, and that helps balance the gold foil and the gold stars, and that just kind of helps with that. And there you have it. That would be card number 1. Now your class kit will have enough supplies to make 2 each of these cards I'm going to be demonstrating today. So I hope you like that. All right. Now let's get card number 2. It is going to be this one right here. We're going to be using a very vanilla base with this one. So let me get all my pieces out. Set that to the side. Here's our very vanilla. This one is a landscape card. So let's go ahead and stamp. Let's go ahead and stamp on the back. Dimensional backing there. All right. And then we got a couple of layers that we're going to put down first. We've got this piece of the Specialty Designer Series paper that we're going to be using. Let's get that down with some glue. Also, while I'm thinking about it, for those of you that get my email list, y'all know I made a little announcement in my newsletter that I just sent out a few days ago. And going forward for now, I'm not going to be doing my scrapbook videos on Wednesday. I had to stop and think about everything that I have going on between fostering the kittens and preparing for the fall retreat. My health, I was kind of starting to neglect that, and I need to get back to taking care of myself. So I'm going to take a little bit of break. I'm going to slim down things a little bit. Y'all know I changed some things as far as joining my email list and the birthday. So I think I have a couple of them I need to mail out. So I'm squared up with everybody, but for the most part, I had to scale back some things. So thank you for understanding. And I will still continue to be live, but it will only be on Sundays. Okay. I still want to at least bring to you some inspiration on Sundays. There is a folder. I forgot the name of it. Let me see what the name of it is. Let's see. This folder is called the Distressed Tile 3D folder. And I know you can see that, but it's like a tile, but it in some spots it's kind of worn down, and that's how the embossing folder is supposed to be. I embossed this piece of very vanilla with that embossing folder because I thought it went really, really well with the tile look in that particular designer series paper. We're going to put this piece and we're going to mat it onto this piece of gold foil. I didn't do anything crazy with the gold foil because you're only going to see the outer ends, the outer 1/4 inch of the foil. And I thought doing something to the foil was probably just a bit too much. You know what I mean? So let me move this into place a little bit. Is it going to move? It's off. It's crooked. There we go. There we go. That's why we use glue, so we can kind of shift things into place. Okay, got that. I'm going to go ahead and put some dimensionals on the corner, but I'm not going to take the backings off just yet. All right. And then now I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on this end and this end because we're going to take a piece of this ribbon and we want it to be at least the length of this cut. Now, when you get your kit, and you can choose to purchase the kit, you can choose to add on any of the products in order to complete your kit. You will get, so that reaches, you want to pull it, but not like too terribly tight, but you do want to fold it over to where the ribbon attaches to that adhesive on both ends. Okay. So you have the option to earn the class kit for free. You can purchase the kit and add on any of the products you need, or you can get the tutorials. So if you just want all of the measurements, it'll link back to this video. So if you're a visual person, you can come back to this video and reference it. We're going to put this right in the middle, right in the middle. Okay. Now this die cut, I hope I can get this right the first time, guys. But we're going to be stamping on that. That has a coordinating sentiment that says wishing you the best and bright holiday season. And we're going to stamp that in Night and Navy. So let's ink that up off to the side. And it's photopolymer. So that means we can see exactly where we're going to be stamping. So this should go just fine. Nobody move. Nobody breathe. There we go. Ta-da! Yay, it worked. All right, so we got that. This actually is also going to go up with some dimensionals, but we're only going to put them in certain spots so that it will straddle the ribbon. Okay, so when you put your dimensionals on, if you're assembling this, you want to get it as close to the top and bottom as you can. It's going to be really, really close. If you want, you can always get away with using small dimensionals as well. But I think I used big ones on mine and it turned out just fine. And we're going to put this on here, but we're going to put it to where we can see a little bit of the embossed, very vanilla, the ribbon, and the gold foil. Okay, so just slightly to the right. Okay. And I didn't measure the ribbon on there, so I'm going to have to measure it like when I go to cut class kits. But right now, we're not able to order anything for the class kit. So if you until the 6th. So that's the only thing. So I have enough to cut a few class kits, but not terribly enough to make what I normally make. So I'm just gonna probably should measure it. Let's see. I'm gonna say probably a good 12 inches, but I'll probably include like an 18-inch strip. So to make sure you can make a bow, that will stretch across the front like I want it to, basically. Let me just pull that. Let me go ahead and cut it, and then I can trim it. So you can make your bow as big as you want it or as little as you want it. You just pull your tails and then pull it tight. I'm trying to get it straight. It doesn't want to go straight because I twisted it when I put it on there. Okay, if you're worried about that popping up, you can always put a glue dot underneath it. But then at this point, I'm just gonna take my little corner there and trim off a little bit more so it's actually on the card. And then I'm going to take a small little trinket here, and we're going to put it right here on this corner. I'm just using one just to put something on that corner. And there is card number 2. I'm going to have to fix that a little bit more. I think I pulled it really tight, like tighter than what I did even my sample. So anyway, that is card number 2. And now we have card number 3. I'm going to use a little bit of the designer series paper, just a small strip, but it still coordinates with itself. We've got a very vanilla base. This one is a portrait card. And let's stamp the back. And now we have a Night of Navy mat that we're going to put on. On the front. I wanted these to be super easy Christmas cards that are easily replicated and duplicated. Like, so if you have a lot that you want to do, once you have all your pieces cut, die cut, ready to go, assembly is a charm, basically. Now, this piece of Very Vanilla, I did just emboss it with that embossing folder. So you've got the stars in print on that one. We're going to put this on top of this piece of Night of Navy. Okay, you'll start to see the card come together. And then I have this strip of the specialty paper. I wanted to use that. We're gonna get that on. Put that on with some glue. This piece is going to go the entire length of the Night of Navy mat. So it does kind of cross over, and I'll show you here. It lines up with the Night of Navy at the top and then all the way down to the bottom. Move this up just a little bit. There we go. Okay. And then now I went ahead and stamped not stamped. I went ahead and embossed and die cut 2 stars. I did one in Night of Navy and I did one in gold because I wanted there to be a little shadow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of glue on my gold star, just on the ends. I think, am I doing that right? Yeah, it's the side. I'm not going to do all of it, but I'm going to do most of it on one side so that it attaches to this piece of Night of Navy and we can make it look like a shadow. Just don't want to do too much, depending on where it overlaps. You can also get away with using glue dots too, if you want to use glue dots. There you go. Now let's get some large dimensionals on the top and the bottom. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive right through the center because I'm going to be using this gold trim that's part of the gold and silver trim combo. I thought I had more than this, and I don't. So I guess on September 6th, I'll be ordering more, along with some new stuff. By the way, we have some new designer series paper coming out the 6th as well. So you want to stay tuned. Oops. So you want to stay tuned for that. I didn't mean to do I'm trying to make a large, but I'm talking at the same time. There we go. You want to make a large ribbon, a large gold ribbon, basically. Get that going in the right direction there. That's probably too large. Let me bring those down a little bit. Okay, and then you can trim the edges after you're done. But basically, you've got a bow. I said ribbon, a bow. And we're going to stick it in the middle, attach it to that adhesive. That way it kind of hangs out to the side. That was too long, by the way. I didn't intend for it to be that long. And let's take our little backings off. You can adjust this once we get it down. And we're going to put this on, and I'm going to put this on over the embossed one. I thought that was a good spot to put that. That way you don't see it. It's not like I'm trying to cover it up because you can see all the other stars on there, but you can adjust your bow as you need. So we'll trim that off just a little bit. Get those pieces off. You can move it around however you need to. There we go. Okay, and then I do have, I cut a couple of pieces in case I messed up. But you got a small strip of some very vanilla here, and we're gonna stamp celebrating the magic of the season. We're gonna stamp that sentiment on this long piece of very vanilla in Night of Navy, and we can see exactly where we're going to be stamping. Perfect. And I'm done with the ink, so I'm going to go ahead and close that up. And we're going to put this on with some mini dimensionals. Okay, and I think I put like 4 of them on here, so I made sure it attached pretty good. And one more. All right. And then we're going to put this down along the bottom. And this one goes from one end to the card to the other, but I am leaving about a 1/2 inch so you can see this mat here at the bottom. And then we're going to put, it's totally optional, but I'm definitely putting one of these in the middle. I can get it on. If I can get it on there, it's moving at the end of my take your pick tool. All right, come on. There we go. Just to dress that middle up. It's totally optional if you want to put one anywhere else, but I am going to put a couple of small ones like I did. There we go. I'm going to put one right here on top of that star. So when you're embossing, if you pay attention to how you're embossing, you'll be able to see some stars. Now, the one that's down here, I covered up, but I am going to put one, a small one, like right here, kind of peeking out on that side. And that is card number 3. There you go. That's the 3rd card of the class kit for September 1st through September 15th. So let me bring them all back and just remind you that orders of $35 or more through the 15th will get, bring it down a little bit, will get a class kit in order to make these 3 cards, enough supplies to make 2 of each. Everything I can possibly do for you will be done. Y'all know I can't do the stamping. If there's anything that's associated with the bundle, which is the stamping, the die cutting, anything like that, I can't, that won't be done for you. But the pieces that you need to do that will be. So if you want to complete the cards as designed, you do need to have the Stars at Night bundle. But if you collect other Christmas stamp sets, bundles, whatnot, you can totally get away with replacing it with something else, another ornament, a different sentiment. So, but at least you have the basics of the class kit. And anybody also that does the order will get the supply list with the measurements, the link back to the video, and then class kits won't be mailed out until after we are able to order on September the 6th, any of the new products. So just keep that in mind. There will be a delay with getting the class kits out. And so I hope you enjoyed those. I do want to show you guys. Well, let me ask you. Do you want to see, has anybody ever seen because we got a little bit of time, has anybody ever seen or wants to see how the hybrid embossing folder works for these particular, like this one that I did that was stamped and die cut, and then these were also die cut. Do you want to see those? I'll show you. Let me clean this up while I give y'all a chance to let me know if you want to see that part. There's also another one in the, it's the citrus one that basically is almost like the same thing with the citrus bundle that we have. I haven't demonstrated that one. I did one several years or a couple of years back. I don't remember the last one I did, but I did do one. I just don't remember which one it was. So yeah, okay. All right, so let me move these out of the way so I can bring my camera up and I will show you how I did those. Y'all, it is so super neat. It is so super neat. All right, so let me do this. Bring that up. Let me show you. When you use the hybrid embossing folder, this is one of the dies that came with the dies, and this is the folder. It is a 3D embossing folder, so it's one of those thick ones, okay? I had to, it is directional, just so you know. Okay, so if you want your stars to go in the right direction, you do have to turn it sideways. But when you go to put it in your embossing folder, you have to use the hinged end to go in first, okay, so that you don't crack your folder. But you can't see this. You might be able to see this, but what you see is like the texture from the embossing folder. But on this side over here, let me get my die here. What you want to do is these dies are all together because they will emboss and die cut these 3. See if you can see that. These 3 stars, okay? And so what you do is you have to put this in there and Let me get that to go. There's a little groove around there. You can't see that, but it is there. So there's a little groove in there so that your die sits in there. But you want to make sure that the cutting part is facing up when the folder is open. Because you know, when you go to close the folder and we run it through, it's going to cut. Okay. And then what you're going to do, I'm only going to do the big one. So I have my little scrap piece, but if you wanted to do all three of them, you would just have to make sure that your piece of cardstock is big enough to cover those 3 stars. Okay. So what we do is we're going to put our piece of cardstock over that, and I'm going to fold it. So I kind of did it backwards so it would stay in place basically. Okay. So now I have my folder ready to go. It's going to do its thing. And this does require the large embossing folder. Your sandwich is going to be plate number 1. So it's just the base plate. And then you have your hybrid embossing folder ready to go. And we're going to switch it around so that the hinge is on the inside. And then you've got the gray plate, basically. Okay. That's your sandwich for your 3D embossing folders. And then run it through. That way you can see the end is typed. Okay. That. And then now what you have left is you take your die cut off, and you're going to have your pieces. Your pieces are going to come off. And I purposely did it in this color so you could see some of the detail. And then now you will have, if it was large enough, you have all 3 of your stars cut out. But there you have it. Now, when I stamped that one, it was a little tricky because I did have to put my stamped piece. I did have to work kind of backwards, but I was having to hold it so that I could line up my image with the embossing part. So I knew it would emboss just that. But that's how the hybrid embossing folders work. They will not only emboss what you're working on, but it also die cuts it out at the same time. And unfortunately, the die cut is only those 3 images. These other die cuts are just other die cuts, fun extras to play with. Actually, you know what? I didn't see. It's this one that looked like it fit. No, it doesn't. It's too big. It looked like it fit this other one, but it doesn't. There's no groove for it to hang in there like it does on these over here. So that one doesn't work. But anyway, that's how you use the hybrid embossing folder. The hybrid embossing folder is a little bit more than the normal embossing folder because it does 2 things at one time. So just know that. Okay. That's why the bundle is a little more on the pricier end. It's just because of the hybrid embossing folder. So, all right. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining me today. Let's do this. Thank you all for sharing. Hello, Cindy. Yes, thank you all for joining me this afternoon. Thank you, Pat. Let's see if I can highlight all these comments. I will tell you to, I will suggest that you do subscribe to my YouTube channel just to make sure, because I don't know how much of a stickler Facebook is going to continue to be. I will still tell you, if you enjoyed today's demonstration, you can voluntarily hit the like button and make a comment. I know it's silly, it's ridiculous, but I don't make their rules. All I can do is just point out when they might be wrong. Thank you for sharing, Corin. Thank you. I'm just highlighting some comments in case I didn't go back far enough earlier. So yes, you're welcome, Bonnie. Thank you, Shannon. So y'all all have a great day wherever you're at. Make sure to check the event description. There are 5 spots available left at the retreat, but 2 of them may be day spots that have already been claimed. So, but if you're still interested, message me. I didn't double check the event description, but I'll make sure that all the links are in the event description. So just stay tuned for more information. We still have 3 more days before the catalog goes live. And so, but the supply list for today is on there. The new products are not on there just because it's not part of the program where we pull the supply list information from. So, but it'll be updated when the catalog goes live. So I hope you enjoyed today's demonstration. Thank you all for joining me again. Make sure to take care of yourselves, check on your elderly neighbors. Y'all have a great day, and we will see y'all next Sunday. Bye, y'all.